He lifted the Glitterball Trophy last year, and Vito Coppola could be about to do the same again.
Yes, it's been paired up with comedian and Miranda star Sarah Hadland. They have waltzed, quick-stepped and foxtrotted their way to high scores every single week.
And Vito and Sarah join us. We were just talking, actually, while we were watching that clip, about that one specific routine where Anton said, this is the hardest move that has ever been attempted on Strictly.
And I didn't know what it was. So at first I thought, is he being sarcastic? And I thought, no, it's not. And then it was like a married couple. I looked at Vito like, when were you going to tell me about this?
So this was a move that you'd got Sarah to do without telling her how hard it was?
Yes, the reverse turn into reverse pivot is something very difficult. And, of course, I don't want to say, Sarah...
The reverse turn into reverse
pivot.
And just to be clear, I still don't know which bit
It's fine, you don't need to know, but you have to just deliver and enjoy the dancing, you know? I don't want to say, because if maybe you can get a bit scared. Oh, that's all very difficult. Nobody did before, so much pressure. You don't know, you just do it, and it's beautiful,
I think it's go with the flow, isn't it?
Let's go with the flow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does that come out a lot? We had a lot of that in the kitchen this morning when he was cooking
I tell you what I get a lot of. Stop, stand still, look at me, look at me. I'm going to get him a T-shirt saying, look at me, please.
I'm going to do a shirt white and I will write, look at me, because sometimes I'm like, look at me 1 second, and while I'm turning, she's just going somewhere else. I say, Trilly, stay with me, stay with me, stay with me, stay with me. And you just...
I'm trying to watch and do it at the same time, and also just tell you my thoughts about it.
Yeah, but if you don't look at me first, how you can do it after? We don't do the same. Yeah, because you were not looking at me.
So I'll imagine the dance is exhausting. Listening to you two is exhausting as well. How on earth are you getting through this, Sarah? I'm shattered already.
You're not the first person to say this, Ben.
It's brilliant.
I mean, I don't know, we're both very... I think that's why when you have, like, the chemistry day, we immediately connected, because we're both like puppies. We're both
And I thought, oh, we have the same energy level, but no, because this one, if my energy level is here, she's like infinity, endless, beyond, up the sky. So it's like more energetic than me. Trust me, you see me? Power multiplied per 10.
But the judges have been really impressed. Like, first of all, Shirley was like, you know what, this is the dream team. This is the dream team. You even got great reviews from Craig.
I know, that was a bit shocking. I was a bit shocked. Again, I was a bit like, is this actually happening? Because when you finish the dance, you're a bit dazed.
Yes.
Because you've just
and you're
done
adrenaline
it.
too,
Adrenaline,
right?
completely. You're full of adrenaline. And then you're trying to listen to them, and you're also a bit out of breath.
Yeah.
So you're trying to style that out and not be going... So it's quite an intense moment. And then afterwards, you kind of process what they've said. And you still don't know how it's gone until you get the scores as well.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's a fascinating thing, because, of course, Vito, you won last year as well. I mean, you've had that celebration, so you know what it takes to get to the end. Does that add pressure to this year for Sarah, or is it kind of like you're just going with the flow, taking week by week?
No, not at all, honestly, because we have to take week by week, day by day. You want to live the present. So this is like, you know, a new page, and we are writing, you know, our journey, which are just, you know, and 20%, because this is like, you know, week 5 now. So let's see what, you know, the future is going to bring to us. And we want to have a surprise, even though, you know, you never get used. So I also am curious, say like, OK, let's go forward. Let's see what happened, you know? And what happened is my... I keep saying, what happened? What happened? So let's see what happened.
Yeah, no? I think as well, you just have to go 1 week at a time, because it is quite, you know, you're learning so much stuff, and like you say, there is a lot of pressure. So I think you just have to go 1 week at a time, because also... That's the thing about Strictly, is nobody's ever safe. You never know what's going to happen.
No. And also, you were just saying, you know, you've got your regular life as well. So it's kind of, it's completely exhausting. You are learning something completely different. You're dealing with him as well. With him as well. With what happened and go for with the flow. Look at me, look at me, look at me. And at the same time, you're kind of juggling the school run and everything else.
And everyone has an opinion, right?
Everyone.
Everyone's got an opinion. I was in the supermarket the other day and somebody started talking to me about my gapping. Like, excuse me, I'm just trying to pick my single stem broccoli, and they're like, oh, the gapping. And I was like, sorry.
Right.
But that's the thing is, again, about Strictly, I think people love the show so much and they love the knowledge of the phrases and
we can feel the love of the people, you know, we can genuinely feel the love and the support. I say always, you always say, like, thank you so much. You know, we can really feel as if they are all with us. So thank you so much.
It's been a difficult week in many ways, and you've sort of on the inside of it for Win and Katia. We saw what happened on the weekend, and then we've seen it since that they've come out and they've made it very clear that they are great mates. It was a joke but it's when you understand how forensically people are poring over the show and they're looking for the slightest bit of information or nuance to what's been going on.
Yeah.
I wonder how that feels, Sarah.
I think really you've got to, especially with a show like Strictly, when there is, as you say, so much attention, you just have to go into it completely being yourself and keep doing that, because I wouldn't be able to maintain something that isn't yourself. So I think you just have to be who you are, react how you react to stuff, and that's all you can do, and hope that people connect with that and can appreciate that.
Is it a bit of an eye-opener as well, though, that you're constantly being scrutinised? You forget that they were just having a bit of fun, but actually that can get misconstrued, and then that suddenly becomes a story.
Yeah, I
think it's good because we have always our fun. You know, the key is be yourself. So I'm being yourself, and the fun. You know, I'm constantly pranking Trilly here. I'm always waiting behind the corner or behind the door.
If we have a toilet break, and I'm quite a jumpy person,
I make you jump even more.
I'm like,
don't do it on the way to the toilet. That's pick your moments, Vito.
Thank you, Kat.
I'm just saying, from woman to woman.
Thank you for that. Yes,
I will keep in mind.
That's a very, very good point. Always on the way out, never on the way in.
Well, someone who we know that you know very well, your lovely friend Miranda, we've seen recently. She did put some great tips for you on a dancing on Instagram. I think we've got them so we can share them. I'd love to get your thoughts on these tips.
I hear it's the Viennese waltz this week. I thought you and Vito might need some help with the choreography again. And obviously frame, very important. I think of being an injured swan. That might help. Long neck but slightly skew, injured swan. Gliding across the floor. Think slightly skating. Bit of this. Yeah. And obviously we've got the fleckle. We all know what a fleckle is, don't need to do that. Mine's so good, it's happened there. Like that, you wouldn't know it. It's so fast.
The blink of an eye.
So yeah, and then sit down and have a Viennese whirl.
Thank you.
See, the shuffle timing at the end. I mean, thank you so much. I take all the advice from Miranda and we work on it.
Yeah,
really?
She's like our secondary coach. So she comes in at the end to sort of tidy all the loose ends up and make sure that Vito's completely
Actually,
on
now
track.
I've been exposed because, you know, I take the credit for the choreography, but
really?
That's an exclusive. That's an exclusive. It's mainly her, and he just,
Okay, sorry.
That's one that's going to be everywhere tomorrow.
But thank you, Miranda. We love you so
Miranda's the puppet master. We're hoping to see her in a few weeks, so I'm sure she'll be able to offer some more advice, and she's very proud of you. As always, Sarah, you're doing an amazing job.
Thank you so much.
Keep going.
Thank you.
Keep going. Well done.
Thank you for cooking for us, Vito.
Thank you.
That was a real treat.
Delicious, thank you.
Strictly, of course, continues this weekend and we will all be gripped. Oh, hello. Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload tons of new content every single day. So hit the subscribe button, like all the videos and don't miss out. We'll see you in the morning.